to keep from my roundly nice, doting parents, lest they call the police. But I am close to my family, the way you are close to other people in a small, crowded elevator that is temporarily stalled but will be moving any minute now. And as far as I was concerned, that minute was almost here. Let's see, what else? I am convinced that all sports are a sanctioned form of mass demonic worship, that cathedrals and museums have traded roles in the greater culture, and that Eve Arden is woefully underappreciated by society at large, as are comic books, malted milk cracking your neck, secret decoder rings, glass tea kettles, whoopie pies, and television test patterns, and, graphic designers. That should do for now. Wait, I'm forgetting something. Oh, I do not write poetry. But most of all, I am eager to start my career as a newly certified Bachelor of the Arts in Graphic Design with a very specific goal, acquiring a job at the advertising agency of Spear, Rackoff, and Ware, 2 states away up in New Haven, Connecticut. Why? Simple. It's where Winter Sorbeck started. Long ago. Now, yes, Winter, the teacher in question who christened me, my GD instructor during my first year at State, is a whole other story. And certainly one with no small amount of pain. But however bullying, severe, terror-inducing, and unnerving he was, and boy, was he was equal parts mesmerizing, eye-opening, inspiring, and brilliant. He was unlike any teacher I'd had before or since. By the end of that spring semester, he abruptly quit the faculty and vanished. I would have gladly dropped out to follow him anywhere, but no amount of amateur detective work revealed where that might be. So I bided my time, worked for the next 3 years to get my degree, and upon graduation decided, if I couldn't be where Winter was now, I'd go where he'd been. In the course of solving one of his earlier assignments, I discovered that he started his career at Spear, Rackoff, and Ware, and if that was good enough for him, it would be good enough for me. Mandatory, actually. And proving difficult. No surprise there. If Winter was anything, he was difficult, as would be any place associated with him, but no doubt worth the trouble. I approached the firm early in March, 3 months before graduation. My initial inquiry went unanswered, as did my resume, which could have won the Collegian's annual First Fiction Award, and the letter of recommendation I'd extorted from the dean's secretary. By May I was desperate, so I telephoned. The voice that greeted me hummed with the same welcome slow tone I knew from 3 years earlier when I'd called for help on that gum wrapper label design problem for Winter. It was Milburn Sketchy Spear, the head of the art department. He didn't remember me, and I didn't remind him. I wanted a clean start. The years had not changed his enthusiasm. "Oh, you don't want to work here." Yes, sir, I do." "Really?" "Yes, sir." Silence. "Hello?" "Sorry, I'm inking. Mine's a porch screen when I'm inking. I'm trying to do a crowd scene with a number 5 pedigree pen tip. Should be using a Radio 914. Doesn't really matter. Can't draw anymore anyway. Never could. God, I stink. Wouldn't you rather work someplace else where people didn't stink?" "What?" "No, sir, I'd like to work for your firm. You know, to sort of get my feet wet." "Dreadful. Why did I say that?" "Heh." He sounded like a lawnmower trying to start. "Heh. That's what I thought. That's what I thought when I got here. You know when that was?" "No, You know dirt?" "Dirt?" "Dirt." Yes, dirt. Well, I started here the year before they discovered it." "I see." "Heh. At least, it must have been spotless when you arrived." "Yeah. Can you airbrush?" "Yes, but operate a photostat machine?" "Did you receive my Do you know what I'm doing right now?" Drawing a crowd scene with a number 5 pedigree pen tip?" "No, that's done. Now I'm trying to decide what kind of face the potato chip should have. That's always the question. Everything's a question." "Pardon?" "For this newspaper ad, a whole half-pager due by 5. Everyone signed off on it yesterday, the crowd. See, they've all filed out into the street to worship a giant potato chip." "I see." "Because it's a crinkle cut, one of our biggest accounts." "Right. 6 stories tall." His tone was casual, as if he was telling me about his brother-in-law. "So exactly what sort of expression should it have on its face? Because obviously it's a very happy potato chip to be a crinkly colossus and